Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Okay. I am Esther, and Esther Amito. I run the NewsHapa project. NewsHapa is a non-government organization. It's a news organization that caters for news from different villages, especially the rural ones, because those villages are really neglected. So, my mentor, Lydia Namubiro, who is the founder of NewsHapa, decided to, she's a journalist, she's a data journalist, she's a freelancer. She decided to introduce NewsHapa as a way of linking the villages with the government. That is why we usually use Twitter when we are presenting our news from the different villages. On NewsHapa, we use an online platform, and our news comes in on our website. The website is called newshapa.org. This is the admin panel where we receive the messages. We receive the messages via 6115. The citizen reporters send us these messages. This is how they look like. Another thing is that what is so interesting about NewsHapa is that we link the villages with the government. When you look at these are tags that we put. Our news focuses on all aspects. We focus on crime, we focus on roads, especially also the social service and the provision. The local stories come from different areas, as I mentioned earlier. This shows the most recent stories, then the recent and the old reports. You look at this, we have Arua, we have Gulu, we have Kamuli. Right now, the most recent news comes from Kayunga. Then these are the different areas: Mayuge, Bujiri, Kamuli, Hoima. There are so many, I cannot mention all of them. Now this is the most interesting part. We meet our contributors. This is Nabulwa Derek. He's just 16 years old, but he sends us messages using his mom's phone. We recently visited him in October. He's a student, a senior theory student who is at home and is so sad and also so worried about his future in Uganda. Beth Nabirie is the mother to Derek. She's the only current female active contributor on our website. This is so interesting because he's the LC chairperson of Chitierera, which is found in Mayuge district, Bukuku village. He's the LC1 chairperson who, he sends identical messages to us. In these messages, we find that there is no school in his village. We go back to Mayuge. There is no school in his village, there is no hospital in his village, and there are no roads that lead to his village. So he usually sends us one message, and whenever we write these messages, we make sure that we tag the people responsible. We tag the government, and we also tag UNRA, which is responsible for the construction of roads. Then here we have Matthew Wanume. He's also a contributor from Bujiri. His focus is mainly on the education system. Right at the background is Bulida CU primary school in which he studied. This school has only 8 teachers. And how can we know that there are only 8 teachers? Because Wanume is able to send us the message telling us he needs more teachers in this school. And without NewsHapa, there is no way the government or even the people responsible, the Ministry of Education, is able to know that there are only 8 teachers in a school. Is it possible to have only 8 teachers? Then there must be something wrong. This is Henry Senyonjo. I'm just bringing out an highlight of our contributors who are so active. He is a hawker. He hawks clothes, and his topic is usually on politics. Why politics? Because he was a victim of of the government, of the army. While he was hawking clothes on the street, his clothes were taken away. So he sent us a message telling the government should be fair in how they handle politics. They can't find me selling red clothes and they take them, because that is not how we do politics in Uganda. So he's able to use his voice through NewsHapa. This is NewsHapa. It is the Twitter account. You can follow us at NewsHapa UG. These are the news alerts. For example, this is the road I talked about in Mayuge. So we use these pictures because pictures speak louder than words. So the chairperson is able to send us this. We send it. We also post it here. You see that we have tagged UNRA and we have also tagged the government of Uganda. So in this way, we are able to let them know that there is a road that needs repair in Mayuge because it is really neglected. Then our news also focus on agriculture. This is Senyonjo. He says, I think the government is now paying attention to farmers. They are training them on modern farming skills. This is good, but more effort should go in introducing them to banks. So we are tagging the government of Uganda. What is so special about NewsHapa is that these stories they send us are in different languages. So what we do is we translate them. We do not change anything. We write just the way the citizen reporter sends us the news. We only edit and maybe call them. We verify the message. We ask them about examples, what they think. So all these are ideas of the citizen contributors. They are not our ideas. All we do is we link them to the government. So still this is crime and also corruption. You see that here the police asks money for transporting the body. Who we are and what we do. NewsHapa is a community of committed citizen reporters embracing the simplest tools to share news alerts in their communities. NewsHapa reporters use SMS, which is 6115. So if you have anything you'd like to share with us, you just write HAPA, you write the news and you send to 6115. Then if you are a journalist and you want to get live alerts from us, even before we get it, you just have to sign up. On our website, there is a provision for signing up. I want to comment on us linking the people to the government. As I mentioned earlier on, these villages are really neglected. So we thought of a way we can try to bring the community closer to the government. So when they send us the text, we call them, we ask them, what do you think about this? What is happening? Do you have pictures that you can send to us? If they don't, we write the news the way it is. But every year, we visit our contributors. We go see where they live. We also write their stories, who they are and what they do, what is their motivation in life, and what motivates them to share their stories with NewsHapa. Another issue is also that, as I mentioned earlier on, we as journalists, okay, I'm not yet a professional journalist, I'm on my way. Thank you. I'm being mentored to reach there. So me, I find it interesting that whenever I read these messages, edit them and post them, I am helping someone down there. That person who does not have a voice, but can use the voice through NewsHapa. So I can also say that NewsHapa is a voice for the voiceless. That is what we do. Thank you.
On the issue of citizen journalists, not the ones you're dealing with particularly, but in our real world, we've had an issue with citizen journalists who, will sort of pick news and post it for whatever reason, and sometimes it's not true what the bank has been doing. So, what the bank has been fighting. So, in your context, how do you get to believe that every information that you're given by those journalists is actually true, to be posted, and to the extent of tagging, say, government organizations, stuff like that? Because again, you said you visit them like once a year, but I don't know, maybe there is something that you people do deeper that shows that this information is accurate, other than maybe the pictures.
Yes, they are not journalists. they are community citizens. And these are people who are affected by the things around them. So what we did was we had adverts all over the radios. So they have to send their messages on 6115. When they do, what we do is we call them. When we call them, we ask how they are doing. We have a database for their details and information, the district in which they have sent the news and why they have sent that news. We verify. We ask what happened, when did it happen, why, what do you think about it? If they fail to explain and I find that it's not clear, I don't post the news.